Hello. My name is Jim, and welcome back to the Cat Golf Show. What's up, guys? It's been a hot minute since I last recorded anything, and to be honest, I'm still sitting on 5 episodes of content. I don't know if or when I'm gonna upload it. I literally don't know. I hope you guys don't mind the scene change. Every now and then, I just it's not late or anything. Like, I know last time I was in this chair, last time I was in my office chair, it was late at night. Like, I just gone back from my parents' house. It's like 7 o'clock, so it's still pretty bright out, relatively speaking. So I'm just sitting here just because I didn't feel like setting up my camera over on the studio set that I've set up here, which is not even a studio set. It's literally just my tripod and my couch. But yeah, this is just for convenience factor. This episode is just, I don't know, this is just going to be sort of nonsense, whatever. I've been getting back into watching television. Thing about Zoloft, here's an update, because I did mention this. I have been taking Zoloft now for 1 week, and I think I definitely noticed a difference. Like, when I first started taking it, I would say day maybe 2 or 3, I started to feel almost like jittery, like what I imagine coffee does to people who drink that for energy, because I drink coffee, and I may have mentioned this in another episode as well, but it doesn't really do anything for me. Like, it doesn't make me energized or more awake or whatever. But taking, sertraline, I definitely noticed I was definitely awake, and I felt almost jittery, a little bit strange. I've had a headache pretty much since I started taking it. Not since I started taking it. Like, the first few days I took it, I want to say the first 4 days I took it, I was fine. But then shortly after that, I wake up, and as the day progressed, I would develop a headache. So right now I've kind of got a little bit of a headache going on, but my stomach has definitely been upset as well. This may be oversharing, but I just want to sort of document, since I'm new to taking this medication, and it's only been a week, and that's usually they say it's like 1 to 2 weeks for you to start to notice the medicine working. As far as my thoughts go, my thoughts have definitely been less oppressive. My mood has definitely been better. I've definitely noticed it. Like, things that would make me very upset and put me in a bad mood before have not been affecting me as much. Generally, my attitude and my outlook has been one that's been positive, so I really appreciate that. The side effects make me a little bit wary, just because I haven't been feeling like 100%, but I'm hoping that subsides as my body gets used to it. It's like you're literally you're not pumping your body full of chemicals. You're literally introducing a new chemical that's naturally occurring in your body. You're introducing more of that chemical into your body, into your brain. So there's obviously going to be side effects as your brain adapts to it. So I totally understand that. I'm not super freaked out. Like, it's been nothing emergency warranting. So generally speaking, I would say my experience with sertraline / Zoloft has been a positive one. I'm excited to see, how that progresses as time goes on. Now, to get to the topic of today's episode, and I'm going to actually go on a tangent here. You ever just see somebody that's so damn beautiful? That was like a crazy transition. Do you ever see somebody that's so beautiful that makes you go you just have to stop and acknowledge that this person exists in the same timeline that you do, and you're like, what? That happened to me today. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am on dating apps, and I saw somebody and I was like, I was shocked. I was like, bro, there's to be honest, I'm not into celebrity culture, because I feel like most celebrities are hacks and never meet your heroes or whatever, and I've never met a celebrity before, but I feel like most celebrities are mid people, and that this is gonna sound so horrible, but in looks and in personality. But yeah, this person I saw today, I was like, wow. Anyway, so I've been watching shows. I've been watching Poker Face. That's what I've been watching. Season 1 came out in 2023, I believe, and I remember seeing the ads for it back then, and I was like, okay, this looks really interesting. Ryan Johnson directs, and I'm pretty sure he writes and directs the show, and if you don't know, he wrote and directed Knives Out and then Knives Out 2, which I loved. I thought both were incredible. So yeah, Poker Face is about this woman, Charlie. She can tell when anyone is lying. So she has some innate ability to tell when someone is not being honest. It's sort of a monster of the week format of show, so there's a different story each episode, different characters each episode, and I will say, at first, I was very skeptical. The first episode, Adrian Brody was in it. Adrian Brody, dude, he's such a great actor. Great. I thought the first episode was good. It did capture my attention. It wasn't what I thought it would be. I definitely thought it would be a little more serious, and I'm the kind of guy who goes in for the more serious shows. But as time went on, I sort of thought like BBC Sherlock, it reminds me of that almost in tone and execution. Though that show had, when it was serious, it was serious. This show is more all around comedic, I'd say, which at first bothered me, but now that I know what the show is and who Charlie is as a character, it doesn't bother me as much. But I think going into it, I sort of was expecting it to be a little more serious, mysteries of the week. That can only be so serious. I now understand that. And, Charlie, the character, it works really well with her character. Yeah, there were a few episodes in there that I wasn't sure about. But there's, usually for me at least, I don't know if this applies to anyone else, when I'm watching like a show or a movie, there's a scene or a moment or an episode where I'm like, this is a good, whatever. This is a good piece of media. And that happened in one of the recent episodes that I watched. I think it was episode 5. Whatever episode had the rock stars, the washed up rock stars who end up killing their drummer guy because they want to steal the song that he wrote. Great episode. I thought Ruby as a character, super interesting character. I liked her performance. The actress who played her, I don't know her name, but I thought that performance was really good, really believable. Like, this is a washed up rock star who wants, a second shot at fame. And also, the actress who plays Charlie is fucking phenomenal. She's so funny. It's like, bro, you want to be friends with her. She's just like very personable, very friendly, very, very, very funny. Like, her character is super goofy, but also like very intuitive. I love the way she's written. I love the way she comes across. I feel like because each episode has its own story and has its own characters, you don't really get to spend enough time with Charlie as a character. Like, we don't really know much about her besides that she has this ability and she's very like friendly and she's very easy to get close to for the other characters in the show. But I mean, besides all that, I think I'm at episode 7. And I would say the show overall, it started out for me as a 7 out of 10. It's bumped up now to, I think, an 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10, depending on how this season ends. I've seen, like, trailers or, like, at the end of episodes, they'll show, like, this season on whatever. I've seen that at the end of one of the episodes, and it looks like it's going to get even better. Yeah, and each episode I've seen is just, it's steadily been increasing in quality. And what actually made me go and watch the show now is that season 2, I think, is currently airing. And I think it's on, like, episode 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken, at the time of me recording this. So I was like, might as well watch a new show. I've just rewatched Fleabag, which is another amazing show. Season 2 of that show is probably a perfect season of television. It almost feels like it ended too soon. God, Andrew Scott, he's one of those actors who is just so phenomenal. Like, he's not acting. When he's on screen, he is not acting. He commands your full attention. He is in his character. Fleabag, if you don't know, is a show, it's like a black comedy BBC show. Not even BBC. I think it was on Amazon. Amazon, like, purchased the rights to it. About a woman who is, like, I don't even know what the archetype of character she is. She's, like, everyone in her family hates her, even though she's not that bad of a person. Like, we follow her throughout the show. She narrates it and breaks the fourth wall a bunch, which is very funny and great. Everyone, like, we're supposed to believe that she's this horrible person and that everyone hates her because she's promiscuous. She has a lot of sex, which is like, I don't care. Like, it's not believable that her character is unlikable. That's what I'm trying to get at. But everyone in her family, everyone around her, like, talks her and hates her for no reason. But season 2 focuses on her relationship with this priest guy who's going to marry her father and stepmother. And God, Andrew Scott plays the priest, and he's just so good. He was also in Sherlock, which I mentioned earlier. And I loved him in that too. And I know that's like everyone fucking hates the BBC Sherlock. I haven't rewatched that show since probably 2014, 2015. So it's been a long time for me. I'm scared to go back and rewatch it because I don't want to ruin the good memories I have watching it. So I'm just going to sort of let it exist in the back of my mind and have the good memories associated with it just stay good memories. Because usually when I go back and watch a show that I liked when I was younger, like teenagers, kids, teenager or a kid, I always end up ruining it because it's never the same. The only exception that I can think of that comes to my mind right now is Avatar: Last Airbender. Fantastic show. It withstood the test of time. Absolutely incredible show, even now as an adult, as a 24 / going on 25-year-old man. Of that show, I could watch it again right now and still love it just as much as I did when I first watched it when I was like, I don't even know, maybe 10, maybe 12, I can't remember exactly, but yeah. Anyway, so Poker Face, back on that. Yeah, I think it's a really interesting show. I think the premise is really interesting. I'd love for us to learn more about Charlie. I mean, I obviously I'm still in season 1. Season 2 is airing now, so I don't know how it progresses as the season goes on, but I'm super curious. This is the first time in a while that I've watched a new show that's sort of hooked me, and I didn't watch one episode and then be like, I'm not interested in it. It really did pull me in. So yeah, super, super interested. I highly recommend it. I think it's rated pretty good on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that that's like an indicator of whether something is like objectively good or not, but I know people care about that. So I think, yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. I recommend it. Yeah, and I think that's where I'm going to end it for this episode, guys. So if you liked it, please leave a like. And I will leave you with this, guys. Thank you so much for watching the Cat Golf Show. Until next time, ta-ta.